welcome in. Happy Thursday. How's everybody doing? Welcome in, Eclipsed. Hello. Oh, it's like been a day. I'm like super tired, but Ash, welcome in. Hello. Oh, sorry for the redeems. They probably won't work for this model. But I'm too lazy right now. So, thank you for coming over on the YouTube side, Ash. I'm tired. I had a long day. Oh my gosh, good news. So I, like, for the longest time was getting so frustrated. It was like mostly last year when I was pulling out like all this old stuff. I have a scale. It is a digital scale. I believe my sister gifted it to me, I want to say back in like 2017. It's the end of the month and she's returned. You could count on that cashback guarantee. I have no idea what that means. How are you feeling, by the way, Ash? My sister purchased or like gifted me a digital scale called the Aria 2. It's like a Fitbit brand digital scale, and it's meant to like measure your weight and also calculate your like body fat percentage through like your feet or whatever. And I was using it like no problem for years. And then like I moved here, and for whatever reason I tried to like get it connected and it just wasn't connecting to the new Wi-Fi, and it was really frustrating. And it kind of sucked because it worked at my like old place where I was living with my ex, and I had even like registered him on the Fitbit app in the scale. So like it, you know, like the reason why you would register is so that it logs the person who's weighing themselves. It only logs your own results. And you can like tap to confirm it if it's you or if it's the other person, if the weights are really similar. If the weights are really different, then I think it just like is able to classify it itself. So I took it out like 2 years ago when I moved here, and it just wouldn't connect to the Wi-Fi, and I was like, okay, maybe, you know, like the router is just different. And so for the longest time I just used the digital scale like a regular scale. It didn't automatically sync, you know, to my phone app. Much better now, chilling with my friend as we were snowed in for a few days. I hope you were safe from the snowstorm, Ash, but glad that you're feeling better. Welcome in, Duo. Thank you for the resubscribe of 29 months. That's crazy. That's like 2 and almost a half years. Checking my body fat. I should call him. But yesterday, was it yesterday? It was yesterday. Yesterday, I took the scale out because I was like, now I'm curious, you know, because I've been eating healthy for the past month, like getting more vegetables in, and I've been more fastidious with like weighing out portion sizes like I used to when I was like really working out and like planning my macros and hitting the gym. So I have been doing that consistently for a month now, and I was like, I wonder if anything's changed. So I got on the scale and I lost 5 pounds. I'm not gonna say how much I weigh, but I lost 5 pounds, and I was like, isn't that kind of a lot for a month? And then I had to like check with my sister, and I was like, is this okay? She's like, yeah, I think like maximum recommended is like 10 pounds, like don't go more than that, but 5 pounds is good. 5 pounds is actually still a lot depending on how much you weigh. So I was like, okay, sounds good to me. And that made me really motivated to figure out how to get the weight to automatically sync to my app, because I know I'm a fucking lazy asshole. So I was like, I'm not gonna want to like continually manually log this into my Fitbit app. Like the barrier of effort is too high. but I do want to see my progress, and I want to see that continual downtrend, right? So I decided on a whim to just like delete the Aria 2 device from my Fitbit account and like re-add it in. That seemed to work. For whatever reason, that seemed to make it work, and it connected with the Wi-Fi fine, and it like synced up with my app, and I saw it appear, and I was like, wow. Technology is incredible. Technology is amazing. We made confetti cupcakes. Oh, that sounds so yummy. Sickness has made me lose so much weight. I'm down to 62 kilos. Are you also feeling better? Also, I don't know like what you were at. I don't know if that's like good or bad. What's a pound? You lost 5 English monies? Yeah, I lost 5 whole English monies. Jump King was keeping your weight up. That's not true. Got a drastic haircut yesterday. Should be easier to work out now. That's nice. And like, I just yesterday, because you remember how I was voluntold to perform at my work's company holiday party? And my HR like director almost snuck by without giving me anything for it. I literally, like, as I was exiting stage left, I told you guys, right? I was like, okay, Sylvia, I'll be expecting my Amazon gift card. And she only sent me 20 bucks. Stingy. Kitschy. So I used that gift card finally to purchase a Roku stick. So I have a TV in this room that I've never used because there's no way, it's like an older TV, so there's no way for me to like cast to it. So I finally purchased a Roku stick. I was like debating like Fire Stick, Roku stick, like a Chromecast stick, and like Roku seemed like the cheapest, and it still like from the reviews seemed pretty reliable. I tried to set it up today, and I was really like, so I got home and I was like, okay, I even found, you guys, like a calendar. Sorry, I'm like doing all of this out of order. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Ash said I started dropping weight now that my meds are working. Yay, proper hormone levels. Go figure, lack of hormones causes weight gain. It's true. Hormones are really important in, you know, what is it called? Moderating your body. Shell, thank you for the lurk. Should have been at least 21 bucks. Well, the Roku stick was like 24, so it would have been nice if it was at least a $25 gift card, but oh well. Way better than Fire Stick. The new Fire Sticks are garbage. Oh, well, I'm glad I got a Roku stick then. They opted for a really low-powered CPU and migrated off Android to some custom OS that just eats RAM. I haven't worked out in almost a month and haven't been eating much. Almost lost 10 kg, so closer to 20 of your freedom pounds. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I think that's more. That's more than 20 pounds, right? Because 1 kilo is like 2 point something. But yeah, so sorry, I'm like saying all of this out of order. So I weighed myself and I lost 5 pounds. And the thing is, before yesterday, actually like all of this past week and last week, I've been getting out of my car at lunch because I'll eat lunch in my car because I don't want to like be around my coworkers because a lot of them have children and a lot of them have children that go to public schools. I mean, just are in the world in general. And I just thought, you know, it's just better probably for my health if I stay away from the break room. And like I'll go to the break room to heat up my food, but I mask up. Anytime I'm in our work bathroom or I'm in the work kitchen, I put a mask on at my desk before I go into the areas. So I'll like go and heat up my lunch, and then I'll take that lunch to my car and I'll eat it. And what I've been doing before, you know, all of this whole like issues with my liver is I would eat and then I would nap in my car because I was just really tired and I wasn't sleeping well. But like I mentioned, my energy levels have been better since I started eating more vegetables and less like super salty sodium like instant noodles every day at lunch. So I decided last week to really, you know, capitalize on that, and I have been walking after my lunch at work. So I eat lunch for like 30 minutes and then I'll walk around our like industrial company complex where there's a lot of other businesses. I'll just walk around the parking lot. One of the businesses near us actually has like a little hiking trail around their property. So at lunch I've been sneaking over there and walking. I managed on Google Maps to track like a really good path now, and I think I can walk about a mile. So like, you know, 30 minutes, super easygoing mile. I don't want to do like, I know like kids, like it used to be, you know, 12-minute mile minimum. I'm fucking 80 years old. I'm not doing a mile in 12 minutes. So I'm just gonna take it easy. We're just gonna go a mile loop for 30 minutes, and so I've been doing that for the past 2 weeks, and yesterday I decided to weigh myself and I'm 5 pounds lighter, so that really gave me more motivation. We'll see how long it lasts, to be honest, but I thought like there's this creator named Cassie, and she does blogalotties. She like is also a fashion designer for sportswear. She owns Pop Flex, I believe. This third time Amazon has tried this and failed. Oh my goodness. Leaving the Android ecosystem, really smart move. Wasting away, and it's not even hot girl summer. Oh my god. It's my hot girl era, you guys. Ew, public school germs. Ew, children. Yeah, fuck children. I mean, don't do that, but like, I hate children. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. If you're a child, you're not supposed to be here. I got a mask because of all the icky students and faculty members. Oh my gosh, Field Ian gets it. He's at the epicenter of the next patient zero. It's true. Vegetables are fucking awesome. I hate them. Why do they have to taste so terrible? Like, why is it so good for your body, but like, why does it taste so bad? I hate it. Be safe. Stay away from unwanted meat cutes. Good for you. Weight loss gives you so much energy. Just go swimming if you're worried about your joints. I mean, the thing about swimming is like, it makes your shoulders so broad. Like, I used to be a swimmer in high school, and I played water polo, and I like had the bulkiest shoulders, and I hated it. The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a multi-stage aerobic capacity test that progressively gets more difficult as it continues. The 20-meter pacer test will begin in 30 seconds. Line up at the start. The running speed starts slowly but gets faster each minute. After you hear this signal, boop, a single lap should be completed each time you hear this sound. Ding! Is that like a workout circuit, like a interval training? You get to see your hot girl transformation. It's true. Yes, children suck! There was a pretty funny thread on Reddit earlier where a person said that they don't like children and are therefore a pedophobe, and so many people said to please avoid using that word for it. Princess Brodska, yeah, I had like the broadest shoulders, but so because of all this progress that I've made with the walking and with getting my scale to finally sync up to the Wi-Fi, and next week when I meet up with my best friend for dinner, she's gonna give me her Apple Watch because she doesn't use it anymore, so I don't have to spend money on, you know, the Aura Ring, so I can track vitals. Hermes, go to your bed. Can you stop doing that, please? Thank you. Thank you, bud. I love you. Yeah, my friend has an Apple Watch that she doesn't use anymore, so I probably won't be looking at the Aura Ring until it goes on sale. I do want it, but my friend has the Amex Platinum card, and there's like a $200 credit, so I'm gonna wait for it to go on Black Friday sale next year. Then with the sale price, which is $250, and then the $200 credit from the Amex Platinum card, that ring would be $50. So I'm just gonna wait until, and she has no plans on, you know, purchasing a ring for herself, so just gonna wait until next year to like buy the Aura Ring for myself and see how that goes. Not directed at you, but I find broad shoulders on women hot. My partner is super into yoga and swimming. My school just did the 12-minute run where you run laps for 12 minutes straight. Oh, that sucks. Going in a circle sucks. At least make it like a big loop. I remember at my middle school and high school, the teachers mapped out like a 1 mile run, where it would be like a run the entire, so like you couldn't like loop back around. It was one loop was a mile. Don't yell at Hermes, he was being a nuisance. Hermes, I will pick you up, I have a piece of your hair. Or are you getting that aura ring? Let me know how it goes. Aura ring, I will, but probably in November this year when they have their Black Friday sale. I'll let you know, but you know. Put it on your ring forever to show you are devoted to fitness. Not directed at you, you're hideous. I didn't say you did. Wait, did you like your little present duo because you kept saying Hermes hair? Ever laughed at me when she saw what I was doing, attaching it to your order? But so okay, sorry. So trying to continue the story, I've been doing really good. Sorry, it's such a long update, you guys, but I've been doing well with the walking at work. I feel like my energy is up, and I'm a real like numbers person, and you know, when number go up or number go down and it's like what you want, I can see that and I get really focused, almost to the point of being like toxically obsessed with it sometimes. I'll try not to be, and I'm sure Ever would look at me and slap me if I was, but because of all the progress, I'm like, okay, I found a monthly calendar with like YouTube videos, and like Casey from Blogilates like makes YouTube playlists, and they're like usually exercises that are 10 to 15 minutes, and if you run them all together for the day, it's like a 30 to 45 minute session. And I was thinking, you know what, like I can definitely spare 30 to 45 minutes of my day to try to be a little bit more healthy. And my wife was like, who the fuck is Hermes? Then I showed her and now she wants a dog. Finally got it. I'm proud of you, duo. Perks, cloning time. Remember getting two hot leaves to perk a nonant. Hopefully not, because I hate kids. I would never want to be pregnant. But yeah, we'll see how long I do that for. But it is motivating to see all my hard work really manifest. And something else that I don't know. Oh, I do know. I was about to say, I don't know if I read this or heard this, but I do know. I heard it. I've been listening to the Dan Savage, the Savage Lovecast, and he's like a sex, love, relationship advice podcaster. He used to have like an actual column in a newspaper, I think, but he does podcasting now, and he gives advice to people who call in with their problems. And there was one thing that he said that like I heard last week, and it's really like stuck with me. No, I think the column still goes on. I don't read his stuff, but I know he does podcasting because I listen to his podcast. And I basically was like, yeah, that makes sense. And he said this, it like revolved around like motivation and the word that people use, discipline. Because, you know, like to achieve your goals, you have to have a sense of discipline, you have to endure, and you have to persevere sometimes and push through it. And he said, you know, like discipline shouldn't be a bad word, because it just means that, you know, you're being consistent and you're staying on the true path of, you know, how you want to improve your life. However, a lot of people have a negative connotation when it comes to the word discipline, because, you know, it was used to punish or used to criticize you. And over time, you kind of like internalize that negative meaning. And he said, if that word bothers you, if it's, you know, this blocker for you, I want you to use the word devotion instead. And like, I think that's been kind of like, sorry to get like super real on you guys, but like, I think that was a really good switch for me, because I don't know, like, this past month has been so hard in trying to improve my health. Not gonna lie, it's really hard because I don't get to eat a lot of the foods that I usually eat. In terms of, it's not like, how do I explain this? I'm not purposefully withholding anything. I'm just choosing to buy like healthier alternatives. Like if I want hot pot, I'll eat hot pot. You know, if I want KBBQ, I'll eat KBBQ. I had both this past month with my friends. Like I went out to eat Korean barbecue, and we had hot pot last week. It's just eating less. Sorry, it's just eating less of more of the like bad stuff and eating more of the like good stuff, and like learning about nutrition. I've always kind of known, but like watching more YouTube videos on nutrition, how to assemble like a complete meal, you know, not like the American government where it's one broccoli, one piece of chicken, and one other thing. Have you guys seen that? That was so ridiculous. The aura ring will show you are devoted. It's true. My favorite part of Princess Dreams is the life advice portion. It's symbiotic because for some reason we're wired to love our children. Not gonna lie, sometimes I'm not feeling the game, but I still want to check out the non-game intro part. Yeah, thanks guys. I appreciate it. But oh my god, what was I saying? They reinvented the food pyramid, which we haven't even been using in decades. Oh yeah, about the stupid food. So I've been learning more tricks to feeling more satiated, like starting your meal, or like not feeling more satiated, but that too, which is just eat more fiber and have more protein with your meal. But being able to control your blood sugar spike. The reason why I started walking was because apparently studies show that if you have a walk after your meal, it can help curb like your blood sugar from spiking. There was another one where participants were asked to eat their meal in a certain order. So if you eat everything all at once, you could have a higher spike in your blood glucose level than participants that specifically ate in the order of fiber and then protein and then carbs. So I've been doing, and I don't mind saving my carbs for last. I've been having the rice mixed with quinoa, mixed with lentils, and it's actually so good just by itself with salt. So in my lunchbox, it's like frozen medley of corn, peas, and carrots and green beans. And then I have my choice of protein. Usually it's rotisserie chicken. I went to Costco and they didn't have rotisserie chicken. Apparently, the like right in the middle of the deli remodel was when I went to my local Costco, and no freaking rotisserie chicken in sight. I was so upset. So I got a thing of salmon and I like portioned all of that out, and then like my portion of rice. So it's like eating the vegetables first and then eating the protein and then eating the carbs. Studies show that like helps curb the insulin spike, which makes you less tired too. If you guys don't know, like if you're tired after you eat, it's probably because you're not getting enough fiber to absorb all of the like sugar and stuff. Overnight oats have changed my life. My fave is drinking cherry carbonated water with the meal because it makes you feel full faster. I don't have carbs past 5 p.m. because I'm an old man. Hermes, a treat. Oh, Hermes is excited. He's like, a treat. Hermes, treat, please. Please. A treat from Uncle Teehee. Yes. Would you like a treat from Uncle Teehee? Look at your tail. Look at your tail. Yes. Say thank you, Uncle Teehee. Good boy, Hermes. Thank you, Teehee. Welcome in. Fiber, protein, carbs. Free piña colada. I would go for some hummus right now with a carrot. Fucking hate carrots. But I'll eat them anyways for my health. But yeah, it's just like small things like that where that's why I started to incorporate walking, because I was like, okay, maybe the reason why I feel so tired is because I'm eating bad food. 2, I'm literally just carb loading at lunch. It's probably why I feel so tired. And my energy levels have been different. It is making a difference. I can see it, I can feel it. So I decided, why don't I also try to incorporate at least 30 to 45 minutes of actual exercise a day. I don't have to go to the gym, right? I don't have to make a whole production out of it and like get dressed and go to the gym and then, you know, come back and shower. I can just do it at home. YouTube is free. And like someone has already made like a little workout calendar. So I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Bok choy is best veggie. I do love bok choy. You know what sounds good? Hot pot. Hot pot does sound good. But yeah, so like, I just feel like despite how hard it's been and how much more time I have to put into thinking about, you know, like what I'm making and basically just like eating the same food over and over, like it's not so bad. The only thing sometimes is it feels like on some days it feels like the food is too much, and on other days I feel so hungry. I'm eating the same amount. Like I can guarantee you, like I whip out the scale to portion all the ingredients and it's the same amount of food, but sometimes I will be like so full when I finish that I don't want to eat for the rest of the day until the next day, and other times I'm feeling fucking famished and like so hungry to the point where like I might cry a little bit. So body weight workouts are so great for getting toned as well. Planks, planks, planks. I hate planks. Lunges are okay. Is there a food you miss eating? Well, see, that's the thing. I'm not like limiting myself to what I'm eating. I still have all the food that I usually do. I've just been a little bit more conscientious of loading up on, you know, the more better for you foods while I eat the foods that I want to. Working really does ruin my eating habits. Yeah, so that's why I've been like trying my best when I'm free, when I have free time as much as possible to like pre-plan everything, because if I can just grab something from the fridge, see, that's why I also like before I think I was overserving myself, is I would make a big batch of something and then I would just leave it in the container, and when I got home is when I would portion it out. And like, you know how you are, like I know how I am, I always eat with my eyeballs, and I'll portion something that's too big and then my Asianness comes out and it's like, can't waste food because food is precious, food is expensive, so I'll force myself to eat it. But now, guaranteed, you know, each meal has 100 grams of my rice mixture, 100 grams of protein, and then the vegetables I don't bother weighing. I just pour the frozen vegetables until the other side of the container is full, close it up, and then that's ready for lunch, you know? So it makes it literally brainless for me to just grab something from the fridge, heat it up, or when I prep the salads, I don't measure any of the vegetables. I just measure like the protein and the carb. And you know, like grab it from the fridge, pour on. I measured out the dressing, pour it on, and then mix it. It's like no time at all. Hello, welcome in, Raiders. Oh my goodness. Hello, everybody, welcome in. Thank you for the raid, Cupid. How was stream today? I saw that you were doing some art. Welcome, Raiders. Hello, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Princess. I'm a variety VTuber here on Twitch and also on YouTube. I was just catching everyone up on life because I recently, this past month, lost 5 pounds. So my New Year's resolution, I think, is going well. It's hot girl era. But welcome in. Hello, Ellie. Hello, Spicy Sausage Roll. Hello, Colin Mac. Welcome in, Dr. Grimsley. Hello, Drowned Flamingo. Hello, Truck Coon. Hello, Ragatags. Hello, Scoria. Welcome in, Akuraoki. Hello, Wilzard. Remy Clips. Sleepy Husar. Silas. Welcome in. Concho. It's the name I recognize. Hello, Scario. Cupid, I love you. How are you? If you guys don't know, Cupid is the most absolutely adorable alligator VTuber. Not alligator, crocodile VTuber. Sorry, that's so offensive. Alligators and crocodiles are totally different. Ah, no, stop. Crocodile VTuber brain. My brain is stupid. I just came home from work, dude. I'm tired. I'm tired. My brain is dumb, okay? At work, I'm a fully capable human being. After work, when I'm streaming, brain goes off and it just goes burr for the rest of the evening. I'm sorry. I love you. I'm sorry. If you guys don't know, you should definitely give Cupid a follow. She's super adorable. Crocodile VTuber. Super casual. No, don't subscribe. No, stop. Not after that. Not after that embarrassing moment. Thank you for gifting Cupid a sub. No, don't look at me. But I absolutely love her. She's super adorable. She does singing streams, she does art streams, and she's super silly, funny, and I love her to bits. So if you haven't followed her yet, you definitely should. Welcome in, Silver. Hello, Chokitan, DJ Sparkshot. Welcome in, Fluffy and Fexion Prime. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming through on the raid. How is everybody tonight? I hope you're having a good evening. We're still yapping. Oh my gosh, have a good shower. Thank you so much for the raid. I hope you have a good night. And raiders, I understand if you also need to take a break, if you need to get up and stretch your legs, we are in the camp of having no embolisms here. So if you need to go get a drink of water, if you need to stretch your legs and come back, or if you need to go for the evening, I understand. But you love the dog? He's my favorite. His name is Hermes. Yes, Hermes. Are you a cute baby? Let's show you off to the raiders a little bit. Let me give him a little treat. Would you like a treat, Hermes, from Auntie Cupid? She raided. We give treats for raids. This is a treat from Auntie Cupid. Yeah, Hermes, would you like this treat? Would you like this treat? Wait. Not yet. Not yet, Hermes. No, not yet. He's just nibbling. Okay, a treat from Auntie Cupid. Go on. Good boy. Thank you for the follow, you guys. Thank you so much. Let me see. Thank you, Lackey, Truckcoon, Wilzard, and Spontaneous Male pregnancy. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Ragged Tags, as well. I hope everyone's been having a good evening. I'm just, catching up with everyone. I know we started stream almost an hour ago, but I've literally been catching everyone up with live because I'm like, I lost 5 pounds and I need to talk to someone about it. So I'm like, yep, chat, you guys gotta listen to me talk about how we're, doing the most because it's hot girl era. It's hot girl summer. It's not summer yet, but you have to prepare for hot girl summer. DJ, thank you for the save check. But yeah, so that's what I'm like reminding myself is like it's not discipline, because that for me, I don't know about you guys, but discipline just sounds so like stern and serious. I'm really gonna think about it as like devotion instead. I know it sounds almost like religious, but like I want to devote myself to my health. I want to be it's like it's such a kind word. Sorry, I might cry. Because it's such a kind word to me. Devotion. It implies care. It implies love and effort. And like for the longest time, I don't know if it's like abundantly clear, but like I have such a bad like self-image, and I was talking to my sister about this on my drive home. Was it yesterday? And I was like, yeah, like mom and dad fucked me up when I was younger, like always comparing myself to cousins and children of friends from church, and I was never smart enough, never pretty enough, never thin enough, never good enough for my parents. And that growing up made me really move the goalpost every time I achieved something. So I was talking to her and I was telling her, I was like, look, if I had a friend just like me who was working so hard on all these things, streaming, ASMR channel, music, and the ASMR channel has like 10,000 subscribers and I'm still not happy like I thought I would be, but then I just keep moving the goalposts, and like if I imagine myself outside looking in, if I had a friend like that, I'd be like, you're doing great, you're doing such a good job, you're working so hard, and you can see the fruits of your labor, right? And I would be so kind and so understanding of my friend. But because it's myself, and because I've always had this like negative talk when it comes to myself, I can't even like enjoy or appreciate all the effort it took me to get here, because I'm constantly like, no, I can do better. I'm not doing enough. I know how much effort I put into my content. Like I could be doing more. And it's so toxic, but like this is all I know. But when I phrase it, I think as like doing this, being healthy, working on my content, and trying my best every day, I want to reframe it as an act of devotion to myself. It's a step, I think. Sorry. It's a step in the right direction, I think. Because loving yourself is like the hardest thing. Because you inhabit your own body, so you know exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it, and the effort you're putting in, and you're 100% aware of what you're capable of. And when there's like a gap, I think it's really easy to criticize yourself. But I'm going to try to reframe that kind of thinking this year, and I don't think it's gonna be easy. I'm gonna come up across a lot of things that may be really hard for me to see where, you know, I should be more kind. But we'll see if this is the year, you know? Maybe this is the year that I learn to love myself. Sun, welcome in. Hello. I wonder if that will work for me. You could try. Nothing hurts from trying. I remember when my parents said I could do better when I got an A because they knew I didn't try. But how do I know I'm trying? Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, you got an A, but you could get an A+, you know? Thank you for the hearts, Ragged Tags. But yeah, sorry guys, you guys came in at a really weird, like, I'm being introspective moment, but welcome. We have a lot of that, and we also have a lot of gaming here, so I hope you guys enjoy. Yeah, okay, that's the update for today. I hope everyone has been having a good week. I know I didn't stream on Tuesday, and I'm sorry. I was just really tired from Disneyland, which I had a fun time at, but I honestly, like, I didn't even do anything on Tuesday. After I got home from work, oh my god, here's the other thing. The other reason why I was so tired, I had to go into the office on Tuesday, and I forgot my laptop at home. We work from home on Fridays, so I get to bring my laptop home. And we work from home on Fridays, so on Tuesday, I needed to bring my laptop to... Oh, we moved this. On Tuesday, I had to bring the laptop back in, but on my way out to the car, I only grabbed my lunchbox. And I was like, kinda gonna work. And I drove to work. I got into the office parking lot, grabbed my lunchbox, swung around to grab my backpack, and it wasn't in my seat. And I remember this morning, or that morning, I remember I had grabbed it. And I was like, I packed the laptop, but I didn't grab the backpack to also take into my car. So I had to like go in and tell my supervisor, I'm like, okay, I'm so sorry, but I left my laptop at home. So I'll be back. But it took like another hour and a half to like drive home, drive back to the office. And then after a long day of work, like catching up because I missed messages from Monday, I was just really exhausted on Tuesday. Literally all I did was sit down and laze around on the couch. It was very much like, it wasn't even like a rest and relaxation. It was like a, I'm vegging out. Like I like napped for an hour. I got up and then I doom scrolled for a couple more hours. I played some like Love and Deep Space to stay current with the dailies. And then I went to bed. Like, I did nothing on Tuesday. It was so very much needed. Universal when? Oh my gosh. Universal. I would love to go to Universal, but it's also really expensive. Start writing one positive thing about the day once a day. Your thoughts will follow and be more positive. Oh, that's a good suggestion. We kind of do that. So in November, I do like a, hey, what are you grateful for? What are you thankful for today? And it's part of my like monthly stamp rally. But I guess we could do that outside of November. You have to redeem stamps for yourself. It's true. I could do my own stamp rally. It'll be an annual stamp rally. But where are we? Is this the one? I think this is the right one. But yeah, today we are playing Of the Devil. It's kind of like a Danganronpa-esque game where a murder has occurred and we are investigating the murder. We are a lawyer. Also kind of like Phoenix, right, I guess. We are a lawyer who is trying to defend our client. And we go around collecting evidence. And I believe right now we are collecting more evidence. I don't remember where we left off. Up until now, there's been this grating ambiguity about what actually killed David. We've had to use guesses and process of elimination and even a goddamn pseudonym. But I finally identified what the poison was. Now I just need to figure out how it got there. Or rather, who put it there. Which brings me back to here. An elevator shaft somewhere under or above ground, with kilometers of concrete facelessness and bureaucratic authority surrounding me on all sides. An enemy in every cubicle, in every office of every floor of this temple. Warning, you've seen how many times we struggle to actually come up with something positive for the stamp. I mean, it could be something small like, Hermes listened to me today. I'm not very picky. I find myself very thankful for a lot of things in my life, actually. When I was on my walk today, I was just thinking, like, I'm thankful that I have a body that I can move, and that moves not exactly in the way that I want it to, but is sufficient enough for now, right? And I'm thankful. Guys, big move today. I called my dad. Because I think a lot of you guys know Lunar New Year is next month on the 17th of February. And if you guys don't know, I'm Vietnamese American, so my family loves celebrating New Year's. Oh my gosh, thank you for the follow, Bibito. Hello, welcome in. How are you? My family is from Vietnam. My parents are from Vietnam. They like escaped Vietnam after the war, and I grew up with Vietnamese, you know, culture, heritage. And because my dad had like reached out to me a couple of weeks ago, and I really missed him, and I was like, what if I, you know, plan to go home for New Year's? Even if I don't see my mom, at least I'll see my dad. I don't want to see my mother. I'm gonna avoid her if I see her. But at least see my dad. Give him a hug. Tell him how much I miss him. So I I like hit up my niece, like my cousin's daughter. I hit up my niece, and I was like, hey, are you like going back home? I hit up both of them. One was like, oh yeah, I'm flying home next month, and I was like, okay, fine. Flying is too expensive. I'm not gonna fly. Plus, I would be like stranded because I don't have my car. I hate that. Like, I'm not gonna rent a car up there. So I would rather drive. But driving, you know, gas is also expensive. It's probably gonna be like $100 there and back. So I reached out to my niece and I was like, hey, are you also going home for Lunar New Year? And she was like, yeah. Auntie Princess, are you thinking about going? I was gonna fly because no one here wants to carpool. And I told her, I was like, yeah, I can drive. That's no problem. If you just let me know what dates you want to go, we can go together. She was like, okay. And then I asked her, can you ask your parents, like, if I can just stay over so that I don't have to, you know, stay at home. I don't have to figure out any accommodations. And she's like, yeah, like they said it's fine. So I had all of that planned out. I messaged Circa and I was like, hey Circa, like, a big favor, can you watch Hermes for this weekend? And Circa's really excited. So after work on my way home, I decided to call my dad, and it was like so awkward because it was like, I don't know how to talk to my dad, you guys. Like, it's been years. I like don't know how to talk to him. And I was basically telling him like, oh, you know, for New Year's, are you like for Thut? Like, Thut is the name of the New Year celebration. I was like, for Thut, are you going to like Baba's house? And he was like, what? And I was like, oh, New Year's, are you going to, you know, your sister's house? And he was like, yeah, you know, Daddy will probably be there. And I was like, oh, okay. And I told him like, oh, I'm thinking of, you know, going to San Jose for New Year's. Like, maybe I'll see you. And then like it was quiet for a little bit, And then I also think he doesn't know how to talk to me because we have not talked to each other on the phone like for a long period of time. Action, hello, welcome in. I guess I also struggle to avoid repetition personally. I don't know. Like, repetition in gratitude is fine. It just re-emphasizes, you know, like the points that you're really grateful for. Jen, welcome in. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Hope you are doing good. But it was like an awkward pause, and then it was also like, okay, and then he goes, oh, are you driving home? Do you have to go into the office? And I was like, yeah, I'm driving home. It's gonna be like 45 minutes. And he's like, oh, that's so far. Like, try not to drive so far, baby. It's dangerous. And I was like, Dad, like, I can't, if I move closer, I can't afford, you know, like, rent. So I have to drive this far. Plus, like, it's only because of traffic. It's like a 30-minute drive without, you know? And he was just like, oh, okay, you know, Daddy gets it. And I was like, okay. And then, like, it got quiet again. And, like, I'm in the car driving, you know? Like, so it's awkward. And I'm like, I'm not listening to any music. I'm just on the phone with him. So, yeah, that's how that conversation with my dad went. I don't know. Like, I obviously want to, like, try to have a relationship with him. But at the same time, like, I don't think I know how. Is this how all estranged children feel? Because here's the thing too, like my parents don't know me as an adult. The last time I really spoke to them was when I was still visiting home, while I was teaching in Japan, and that was more than 10 years ago now, you know? And so and I would only see them once a year during that time period. And before that, it was like coming home for, you know, winter break and summer break for college. But they've only ever seen me as their kid. I don't know my parents as an adult. They don't know me as an adult. And I think I want to make it abundantly clear to my dad, at least, like, hey, if we're gonna do this, if you and me, if we're gonna have a relationship, you have to see me. Like, it's gonna be hard because you're an Asian man, you know, talking to his younger, like, oldest daughter, but, like, still your daughter. You're gonna have to treat me as your equal. And I don't know how that's gonna go because, like, I'm an adult now. I can meet him and I can meet my mom on my own terms, right? And if I feel like I'm not being respected, if I feel like I'm being belittled, I know that, like, I hold all the power. I can just walk away. Like, I have to truly want to be there for us to have a relationship, right? Because nothing is really holding me to them. It makes me sound really ungrateful, but I do think, like, I never asked to be born, first of all. Second of all, because you birthed me, it was your duty to raise me until I was 18. When I left for college, I didn't borrow any money from them. I got a full ride scholarship, and, you know, I went to school, I studied hard, I graduated, I left for Japan. I've always supported myself on my own income, and not once have I asked for any money. Right? And, like, they did give me money for my car. They gave me about 12 grand for my car when I first bought it. And if my dad was like, okay, well, like, give us the money back, fine. I'll write you a check for 12,000 if you really want that. But then I'm washing my hands of you, right? Like, it sounds so cold, but, like, I truly think that the life that I built now, I built with my own two hands. So if you want a relationship with me, if you want this to work, you have to see me as the adult that I am and not as a child. So I know it's really hard. It's probably gonna be really weird to try to establish those boundaries with my dad. Who knows what my mom is gonna do, but I think 2026 is gonna be a very interesting year for me. A lot of things are moving. And I hope that, you know, I hope that you guys will always be like the safe space that I can come back to and report my findings to. And if I want to cry a little, I hope that you'll be able to, you know, yosh me when I cry. Moving towards marriage? Unfortunately not. I really truly don't think that, you know, this time in my life is a time for romance. I'm so busy working on myself and working on my content as a content creator. Towards the aura ring. That's so funny. Yes, towards the aura ring. But yes, November, when the Black Friday sale comes through. Because ain't nobody got, you know, $350 to spare on a ring. Certainly not me. All the best for you. Gotta go to sleep. Bye. Thank you so much, Bovok. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. And I may try. Thank you for the reminder. I may try to start like a little daily gratitude journal. One sentence is enough. Just got an American Express card for that ring credit. Okay, yeah, my best friend has an Amex Plaid card and she's never used the credit like ever. I know it's like once per year. I don't know if she's ever used it and she's not interested in redeeming the Aura Ring credit. So when Black Friday comes back around, I'm gonna have her redeem that perk and then I'm just gonna have her buy it for me and I'll sell. And then I'll just give her the, you know, extra money that it costs. Make her redeem for you. I will. I already asked her. She knows. But in the meantime, she's giving me her Apple Watch so that I can use it because she's not using it. But I want to, you know, I definitely want to be more healthy. Mizu, welcome in. How are you? Did you see someone put VTuber's monthly cycle on a website? Okay, here are my thoughts on that. Sorry, we're like, we like pause so many times to not playing the game. Sorry, guys. It's yap hours. I missed like a stream, so we're yapping. Dude, I lost 5 pounds. If you start it, I'll participate. For sure. Sorry, I had no one to talk about this. Yeah, let's talk about it. Cause like, yeah, messaged me. She was like, I'm so upset. This is like, you know, there are so many things in VTuber land that have upset and triggered me. But I literally had to walk away from my computer today. And I was like, yeah, what's going on? And so she messages me and she sends me like Shakai's tweet about the website and how it's fucking creepy as hell. And because it was like, it wasn't even labeled like, you know, menstruation cycle. It was like labeled ovulation cycle, which first of all, you know exactly what that's for, right? Like to sexualize VTubers and like calculate when they're most like quote unquote like fertile, which is disgusting. Second of all, like if a VTuber happens to say, yeah, I'm on my period today and my stomach hurts, fine. But the fact that you put in the effort to continually like calculate her future cycles, let me just be clear with you guys. If it's something that I tell you guys and you happen to be like, oh yeah, like, you know, Princess is you know, ENFP, right? But then like if you were to put in the extra effort to like extrapolate from that and it required more effort on your part, that's weird, dude. Like, I'm just gonna be real with you, that's so weird. Don't, like, if you know that information off the top of your head, fine, right? Acceptable, understandable even. But the fact that like this information from VTubers gathered from their tweets and stuff is used to not only know what their current like, you know, feelings are with their body, but like to push that out to actually predict their future menstrual cycles is fucking weird. And like to code that into a website that houses what is it called, like a no, it's not a suppository, a depository, I don't know, of that information is like fucking weird. I do 2 miles on my walking pad a day. The calorie deficit portion hurts though. Dude, I've been measuring my food. Here's my lunch. 100 grams of carbs. Like rice mixed with quinoa mixed with lentils. 100 grams of protein, either salmon or rotisserie chicken, and then I just pour frozen vegetables on. That's my lunch. And my dinner is like a whole bunch of mixed vegetables with 100 grams of protein, and then I use like 3 tablespoons of the QP sesame dressing. This is literally the same meal every day. Sometimes I'm really full, and other times I'm hungry as fuck. And I think in a day I'm eating something like 1,200 calories. I wish I could eat 1,800. Fuck you. Get out of here. I'm just kidding. Well, I hate being a woman. I know you said it a time or two. I didn't take a note what it was. I couldn't tell you how many weeks ago it was. Repository. Yeah, repository. Suppository. Repository. Depository. I'm stupid, you guys. I told you my brain turns off after work. I wasn't kidding. I still eat whatever. Yeah, I also eat whatever I want. But that's only on days that I don't have anything prepped. Usually I'll prep meals for like 3 or 4 days at a time. You are air? Yeah, I'm a woman. Lack of food is affecting your brain. Maybe add some fish in your diet. I literally just had salmon in my salad, not even like an hour ago. And I had salmon at lunch today too. I eat whatever I want, except when I make it in advance. Okay, okay. Clarifying statement. On Friday nights, when I eat with my friends and it's not like a meal prepped kind of dinner, I'm eating whatever I want. Okay. Most of the time though, for the work week, I'm being consistent with the meals that I prep on Sunday evening. I want the merch. Welcome in, Sorens. You can order it. It's on my website, princessroska.bigcartel.com. I see no pie option. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to change it from the lad stream. I've been really tired. Same cheat days or when I go out on dates. That's nice. You guys are dating? I'm just kidding. I don't want to go on dates. That would take up too much of my time. But yeah, like I was telling everyone, Mizu, I walk after my lunches now, like at work, because I have to go into the office. So I'll eat for 30 minutes and then I'll walk for 30 minutes. And then, can you believe it takes me 30 minutes to eat that little amount of food? It's crazy. I've been counting my chews even. Congratulations on the job! That's huge news! Congrats! It's the bread man! Bread makes you fat! Bread does make you fat. Oh my gosh, congratulations! That's good for you, dude! Yeah, hell yeah, get that dough. But I've been walking a mile, so 30 minutes, a mile, super easy, right? Easy going. And then I was just thinking, starting like probably tomorrow, because I need to get the Roku connected to the outlet, because the TV USB is not enough power apparently. So I need to find a cable big enough to go from USB-C, which is the Roku stick, into a USB into the wall. I don't have a cable long enough, so I'm gonna look around my house to see if I have something, so that I can cast like workout YouTube videos to my TV and work out. So like, I'm so for real. If you want to start like a group to stay motivated, I'm like all in on that. I've lost 5 pounds, so you know, what could a year of this do? Maybe I'll lose, you know, 5 times 12, 50, 60 pounds! Maybe I'll lose 60 pounds. Sorry. Rain was really braining there. One more month of slop. 1 year, I gained 15 pounds of muscle, so now I'm just trying to cut again. She got there. I was hoping the 50 was the final answer, though. Do you even have 60 pounds to lose? No. So, like, I'm gonna be so for real. I only have about, like, if I lose 50 pounds, I think I'll be at, like, a good weight to my height ratio. At my most, like, fit, when I was going to the gym, I was, you know, meal prepping and all that stuff back in, I want to say, like, 2017. I was, you know, at my peak weight. So, like, peak weight of, like, physical health, I would say. It made me feel good. And if I want to get to that again, I would have to lose about 50 pounds. So, that's my goal for this year. I'm pretty sure after I lose 30 pounds, it's gonna be really, really hard to lose the last 20. So, wait, does that mean no KBPQ or hot pot next time I'm in your woods? No, fuck that. We can still go. I literally had hot pot last week, and I had KBBQ 2 weeks ago. I am not going to restrict myself to eating foods that I enjoy. Okay? Like, just so you know, we're still eating whatever we want, except for when I have, like, boxes that I've prepped for work. We can collab on that meal prep? Yeah, I have 4 months to drop the 20 pounds for wedding season photos. Oh my gosh, wedding season. Are you getting married? Are you? Wait, now I'm duo. Marriage? Babies? I had to convert to kilograms. Crazy. I'm not going to restrict myself to eating foods that I enjoy. Exactly. Marriage, let's go! Definitely not me. Oh, okay. Well, I hope you have a happy wedding. Whether it's your wedding or not, I hope you have a happy wedding. I did just get 2 babies. Pergonte? I'm kidding. Did you get new dogs? I also lost all that weight due to someone else's marriage. Your brother's, right? It was your brother's marriage that you lost weight for? 2 little baby buns. Wait, what does that mean? What babies did you get? Explain. Okay, sorry. We'll continue a little bit and then I'll catch up with chat. Built to interpret the inscrutable divinations of a temperamental oracle named Share Price. Back in the belly of the beast. And yet I feel more at ease now than I have all weekend. Makes sense. Now that I know Noble's my enemy, I know where to aim. All that's left to do is pull the trigger. Good thing I didn't bring a knife to this fight. I brought my gun. And that sound just now tells me that it's playing its role perfectly. I'll never have a real use for a firearm with this much bloatware, but just by carrying it around and paying attention to when the hard safety flips on, I'll always get a heads up when the police have entered the vicinity. Hi, Detective Reyes, it's Morgan. I happened to get your contact info when you got me cleared for the crime scenes yesterday. Delete contact. Block this contact. Stop voice to text. She's so funny. Bunnies. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. You said 2 baby buns, and I was like, baby buns? You really have buns in the oven? Mizumi is going to the wedding. He just does not know it's actually his. Can you imagine being invited to a wedding and then you show up and surprise, it's your wedding? Oh god, I would have the biggest panic attack. The groomsmen made a hot girl summer pact. I was asked to officiate and be best man. I'm pretty sure that's why Duo also lost a lot of weight. He was asked to be the best man of the wedding. Imagine I was also the groom, just marrying myself to my best friend. You're like, Ari, so you can marry yourself to fitness. Can you imagine, you guys? A ring on this hand. Hermes was like, hand? Treat? Can you imagine a ring on this hand? Wait, that's the wrong hand for marriage. This hand. Oh, do you see the weird thing my ring finger does? It's disgusting. We could put an aura ring on it. Look at Hermes' face. What if the wedding was amazing and you didn't know it was yours? Would you go through with it? No, because then I'd be legally bound to another human being. How to stop voice to text. Just wanted to check in. Report this contact, voice to text disable. And advise you that Noble's scared shitless of you stomping in and nationalizing the place. So they might be a little uncooperative when it comes to fetching documents. Block this contact. What makes you think we are at Noble? My bad then. Forget I said anything. And whatever you do, don't start your investigation with their stock buyback program. Trying reverse psychology, it only works if I care what you think. Stop voice to text. Oh my gosh, she's so funny. This thing my appendage does is so gross, even though it's normal. Why is my ear so bendy? This is gross, right? Wait, okay, but like... Okay, hold on, sorry. You're gonna lose tracking for a bit. But if you look, my right hand, my ring finger doesn't do that. It doesn't bend like... I mean, I can like overextend it and it does it. But like, even just normal... the finger on this side just normally already like has that weird like double jointed like lock to it. My right hand, at least I can control it a little bit more, whereas the left hand it doesn't want to sit straight. It just pops out. You just aren't trying hard enough. That's just a double joint, girl. Yeah, but like it's gross. Probably just tendon length. I was telling chat, is it weird that I really like when hands like you can see like the knuckles and like you can see like the movement of the tendons in the back of my hand? Hermes is like, hand, please pet. Please pet, hand out, pet. Pet. I love pets. Because I'm a dog. Is this enough, bud? Yeah. Dog! It's true! Dog! He's very cute. His name is Hermes. Yes, are you a good boy, Hermes? Okay, go lay down. I was just showing everyone my hands. It wasn't there to pet you. I'm sorry, baby. Go lay down. Go lay down. Thank you. It's called yaoi hands? No, it's not weird. It's just, you know, like when a man has tendons and knuckles that I can see, it's very attractive. I also just think it means that the skin on the top of the hand is very, like, thin. But like, I don't know what it is. Something about it. It's just like when you can see from the knuckles to like basically the back, like the wrist, almost wrist, not quite the wrist. Like you can see it like, it's just so mesmerizing. Anyways, I want to pet him. Look at the face. It's true. Look at the face. He's so cute. About time. Thought I'd have to ride the elevator for the next half hour. Morgan, counselor, your presence has been requested on the upper floors. Deja vu. Might you have a moment to speak in private? Always, but who's asking? The board. What are the chances? I've been wanting to speak to them too. Helen Jung. Evangeline Morgan. Helen Jung. Thank you for making time in your schedule. Her posture, her tone, the fold of her clothes, professional, dialed up to 11. Corporate armor, a full set. Her guard is up. Just Morgan is fine. You're just a few minutes early, Morgan. Typical corporate, never be the first one to show up pissing contest nonsense. It doesn't even make sense. They called me in here. How could I possibly be early? Save! Save, save, save! My ears perk up every time with this character. I feel special. It's true. Her name is Morgan. Your name is Morgan. Play their game or flip their script? Why don't we flip their script? Oh, that's embarrassing. I didn't mean to catch you all off guard. I'll go wait outside in that case so you can all collect yourselves. I'm just surprised that Noble Electronics could screw up something as simple as a meeting start time. But I'm not well versed in the art of staring at emails. You've made your point, counselor. Don't push your luck. Not with these people. Might I dare to ask who these people are? You don't have time to remember their names, and it won't do you much good either. Right, so they're not just rich, they're anonymous rich. The Mob Act guarantees a minimum level of security and peace of mind for any citizen who might be targeted due to their financial status. Spoken like a true believer, except Mob Act is what normal people call it. Touting the party line but allowing yourself one instance of rebellion, or just a slip of the tongue. I would never fault anyone for wanting their privacy, especially not job creators. And we gotta censor that word now, you guys. It's censored now. But it must get pretty inconvenient not having a name to call them. Not really. Conversations with them are always one-sided. Sounds like a great environment to do business in. Look at the building you're standing in. We managed to eke out a meager profit somehow. Thank you for the head pat, Chrono. Welcome in. So, if it works, didn't take you for the might makes right type. And I didn't take you for a clueless boor incapable of reading the room. I was gonna pie and dash. Sorry, no pie today. I forgot to flip it back on. And I'm too lazy! Sorry, did I say something off color? I was only being casual since it's just the two of us in here. Maybe we should take advantage of this rare bit of privacy, clear the air. You're here to ask about Sarah, yes? As I said before, I had no idea that Dr. Asher had been building an android on his private property. And I can say here and now that no one at Noble Electronics ever suspected that he was working to undermine the Tenet framework. She's trying to sound candid in her tone, but she's choosing her words with a surgeon's scalpel. Was she coached? Is that the truth? Or is that your statement as VP of Android Futures? It's both, of course. Dr. Asher was always more than happy to hole himself up and work independently. We both know that. True, he could be pretty reclusive. I'm sure it caused all kinds of headaches, him disappearing on all you like that. Must have been especially difficult when he came back with breakthroughs that propelled Noble to the top of the industry. You should take a seat. Hello, Harsh Realm. Welcome in on the YouTube side. Welcome in. How are you? If that's everyone, shall we begin? Tiny, thank you for the resubscribe. 45 months. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Hello, hello. Thank you for resubscribing. I hope you've been doing well, Tiny. I love you. Let me give you a little shout out here. If you guys haven't, check out Tiny. Give him a follow. He doesn't stream often, but when he does, it's always fun and it's hilarious. Never got a chance to thank you for the card. Of course. I hope you had a happy holidays, Tiny. Friendly bunch. Is there a problem with the sound? Anyone get muted by accident? No. Superior Neko, thank you for the follow. Enters chat, bonks the streamer, and makes chat feel old by informing chat that the PS3 is a retro console. Get out of here. I'm just kidding. That's hilarious. I remember when I had an SNES. Yep. That was... And I also had, like, what was the Sega one? Was it a Dreamcast? I had that one too. I'm an oldie. I'm fine. BTW, what is this game about? Oh, this game is kind of like a Danganronpa Phoenix Wright-esque game where there's been a murder. A murder has occurred. And you have to collect evidence, and then there's like a trial portion. So we had one trial, and we've gone back out into the world to collect more evidence. So that's what this is all about. Welcome in. I hope you've been having a good evening. We've been yapping a lot. Sorry about that. We haven't really been playing the game, but I hope you've been having a good evening. Just hanging out, listening to the yappins. SNES is almost 40. Yeah. I mean, I'm 80 years old, so, you know, it's obvious that I had an SNES. No. Okay. Thanks for having me. I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm actually a bit flustered having you all show up here. I didn't expect to talk to anyone higher up than a service associate. You play 14? I do! I'm a summoner main. Love 14. Great to know that, of course! Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you have a good time hanging out. You're investigating the death of Dr. David Asher. Why wouldn't we take that seriously? Because you want me to go away. At least half of you do. The others aren't sure yet. You must be confused. The board is, as always, united in its decision and its vision for the direction of this company. A board of directors is just 13 roulette rolling psychopaths who get together and vote on whether or not to execute their CEO every 6 months. None of them would be where they are if they were anything else. But I happen to know how that kind of person thinks. The way I see it, there are 2 possible outcomes. Option 1, you oppose me. Shut me out completely, stonewall me, stall me, and wait for me to walk into trial so unprepared and ill-informed that I inevitably lose. Obviously, I don't like this option. But you can't be big fans of it either. If I lose, the world will learn that David Asher was killed by an android he programmed. Then every customer you've ever had and every lawyer they've ever seen on TV and every firebrand, strapping young 60-year-old junior senator looking to make a name for themselves will use your company balance sheet as their personal chew toy. Main Bard and Reaper? Oh, fun. Are you, like, caught up on current content? The company is more than capable of... After which, the state still might just gobble you whole and throw down enough sanctions to de-person whomever among you cries no fair. The company and its allies at the capital can more than fend for themselves. Yes, probably, but not definitely, which makes it a gamble. Still my turn to talk? Then on to option 2. You cooperate with me. I use what you give me, or forge for me, to win at trial, proving that David wasn't killed by an android. When the markets open tomorrow morning, you all get another round of stock buybacks in on the initial dip. Then pat yourselves on the back for staying calm as you continue to profit off David's legacy for the next 100 years. And you won't even have to worry about him speaking out of turn. That's only if you win. If the company cooperates with you, denies that David was killed by, and the state beats you anyway, it would be catastrophic. Yeah, it's a gamble. But if at least some of your board wasn't considering taking it, I wouldn't be here. Have a good evening. I just haven't done the savage raids. Oh, I haven't done them either, but I've been kind of just like taking it easy, you know. I like log in to do my daily PvP, and like my group has been progging Uwu, so we've been doing that. Actually, we have raid tonight in like an hour, so yeah, we'll see how it goes tonight. We'll see how far we get. We've gotten to ads so far, so you know. Thank you for the head patch, Real. How are you? Thank you for the hydrate as well. Welcome, welcome. I'm hydrating. We're all busy people, and I'd hate to drive a wedge between such a close-knit group of friends, so how about this? Option 3, hedge your bets. What? Put a little on black, put a little on red, spread the love and lower your risk profile. Don't make any statements about the trial. Tell the media the state's got your windpipe in a vice. Wait until just before the markets open Monday morning to send out your PR packages for rubber stamping. After you already know who's won. One way or another, this trial will be over before the end of the day, and you'll never hear from me again. So just don't shut me out completely for another few hours. You're going to PAX East this year? I know that's a long way. I am not, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I only go to like West Coast conventions, and even then, I only go to the ones in California. I'm sorry, I can't afford to go far. Have you seen the 7.4 craft gear? Is that the new patch that came out? If not, I have not. But the heart ones from last patch was really cute, and I have the casting gear. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Well, when you come back from the ads, I'll answer it again. And does anyone second that motion? Very well. We can answer some of your questions, counselor. Better make them count then. No reason to be shy now. 7.4 gear is very magic girl themed. Oh, that must be... Hold on. 0.4 craft gear. I think it's the gear I have, actually. It is. It's the gear that I have. Okay. When they come back, I will let them know. The poison that killed David Asher has been identified as synatonin. You're familiar. It's one of our many patented materials, as I recall. You recalled it pretty easily yesterday. Gee, what's changed? But intellectual property law can be very complex, counselor. I'm not sure how much I or anyone at the company could tell you about synatonin at this time. Well, if you can't tell me about it, who could? You did lead its development, didn't you? Yes, I oversaw the project, which just makes it that much harder to speak freely without compromising the confidentiality of teams that reported to me. I understand. That sounds like bullshit, and I don't believe it. But I'm not asking for trade secrets here. It's a perfect match for the only foreign substance found in his blood. Synatonin is what killed him. The state will say the same. That's not possible. Care to elaborate? I'm sorry, but I can't say any more at this time. So much for cooperating. And if I were to ask you as an officer of the court? Then I would ask you to be patient and wait until this afternoon. ADA Rockford has already called me to testify. Already? Damn it, I got cocky because of the cops' late arrival. Emma must have gone straight for the throat first thing this morning and left the investigating for later. Hell, knowing her, she probably managed to ID the synatonin before we went to bed last night. So, are we still having this conversation then?
As I said, I'm sorry, but I have to take more than just my personal feelings into consideration here. There's a great deal at stake. Corporate speak for you're too stupid to understand why I'm being dense. Back from ads? Yes, I believe the 7.4 gear, if it's not the one from last patch cycle, I don't know what it is, but the magical girl makes me think it was the one that released with the train trial, and I do have that. That's like the gear set that I have on now, because I haven't been doing my weeklies to like level up my eye levels. That's what I'm wearing. It's really cute. I love it. She's just trying to shield the company, plain and simple. LARPing as Helen Jung d'Arc on a crusade against government overreach. But if she's that busy defending Noble, she might be leaving herself unguarded. Why is she here anyway? Why am I speaking to her and not her lawyers? That's right. This is a vulnerable position for her. She wouldn't put herself in check like this, not unless she was forced to. So that's it. Acting as their mouthpiece isn't some honor for her. Save, save, save! This is a punishment. She's being used as a meat shield. I think they're gonna announce the name of the next expansion this year. I think they're gonna do it during FanFest. Like 100% they're gonna announce the name of the expansion at the US FanFest in April. Because that's what they did with Dawn Trail as well. They're upset with her, perhaps even suspicious of her. Time to find out why. David's will. Has David's will been located? It had never gone anywhere. It's still in a safety deposit box. We'll retrieve it and have it read once all the unknowns surrounding his death have been made into knowns. So, David's will hasn't even become part of the equation yet. It might not be for weeks at this rate. Is that calculated, though? Stay! Sarah. Whatever else the court ends up labeling her, Sarah is a remarkably lifelike android. Had things worked out differently, you might have wanted her as the A16 poster girl. 8.0 will release in December. I'm thinking it's gonna release in like October, November. That's my guess, but that might be too soon. But I guess we'll see. I'm thinking it's gonna release a little bit earlier. Definitely by the end of 2026 though. That's my prediction. Or A17 or 18. Could have driven a lot of sales, her cute little pout projected across the sides of skyscrapers. A hypothetical of a hypothetical. As has been made tragically obvious to all of us, that android is nothing like the A16. That it may yet be associated with our products going forward is nothing more than a massive liability. Yet, you wouldn't have the A16 without her, and if they could take her apart and learn from her, they could have the world. So was the motive to try and pry Sarah away from him? Trying to monopolize Sarah. Press on this one. Sarah's worth a lot of money, in part because her creator isn't around to replicate her. Were you all hoping to take her by force and reverse engineer her once David was out of the way? Don't be absurd. That machine is nothing but lawsuits and congressional hearings and PR nightmares waiting to happen. A company doesn't need her, no matter how advanced she is. Loading! Reloading! Sorry. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. We're gonna stay on this one. Stay. David's will. Let's press on David's will. Press. Aren't you dragging your feet? Afraid that there's something in the will that you'd rather not have see the light of day?
We are not jealous in-laws who've been bribing the county sheriff, counselor.
No! Reload! I'm stupid. Jealousy? Jealousy. I have to admit, I'm surprised you aren't more shaken up today, Miss Jung.
I'm processing.
After all, you and David did have a history. You started at the same time, didn't you?
Yes, we were colleagues and cordial with one another.
Press! Don't be so modest! You helped him create the one-point doctrine that saved the company.
That is a gross exaggeration. Noble is far too large an organization to be affected by the contributions of any single individual.
Suppose you're right. No one person could change Noble's fortunes overnight. Except for David Asher, of course. But he was a once-in-a-generation talent. The guy Noble chose for the advertisements and the one they commissioned editorials about. Sorry, you're right. I shouldn't have equated the two of you. I just hope his one-point doctrine doesn't fall out of favor now that he's gone.
Yes. Well, we certainly wouldn't want that.
Well, she definitely didn't explode with rage, but she reacted. There's real jealousy there. Whether it ever boiled over, though? David and Noble. I didn't mean to pry about your relationship with David, or lack thereof. I suppose I'm just curious about his standing inside Noble as a whole.
David Asher was and always will be an outstanding contributor to the company's forward progress. Nothing will ever change that. Not even
if he was killed by one of his own creations?
That would of course be a tragic element that would call for reconsideration of his legacy.
She was almost off guard there, like she was surprised for me to be asking about Sarah ruining his reputation. Press! Besides Sarah, David's reputation was crystal clean. He never went against the company once, did he?
That's...
Unless I'm mistaken and he and Noble were on bad terms, in that case I might get the impression that some parts of leadership were actually glad to see him taken off the chessboard.
That is not...
Something buzzing in your ear?
Fine. I suppose it makes no difference if you hear it now or at the trial or on your feed tomorrow. Dr. David Asher was being sued by the company for breach of contract. Satisfied?
Now we're talking. Alright, David's will. And then we will just... Exactly 21 will stay this hand. Well then, I suppose that's... Blackjack. So, you couldn't have mentioned this breach of contract earlier.
Not without complicating the company's position unnecessarily, no. But there's no hiding it at this point. It all comes out soon enough.
There's a paper trail?
Much more than that. We'd been making moves to let him go for some time.
Noble Electronics parting ways with David Asher must have been one hell of a breach of contract. What did he do?
He betrayed the confidence of the board.
Was he contesting the suit? Putting up a fight? Engaging in a legal battle against a mega corporation without even telling me?
Until recently, yes.
You mean until he died? How recently?
We spoke on Friday.
That was what you two talked about in his parlor.
No, this was earlier in the day. We were in this room, actually, him, me, and several members of our legal department. It was an arbitration.
And did you come to an agreement?
A compromise. He would resign from his position in 2 quarters, foregoing royalties on any products we would develop after the next 24 months. In exchange, he wouldn't be publicly fired and he would still be credited on all past, present, and future filings.
How very reasonable. On paper, maybe. No matter what the deal was, letting go of David Asher is insanity. Dio, thank you for the stream streak. He's streaking in chat. Thank you so much. Welcome in. How are you? Good evening.
Reasonable. Yes, we ended on a good note, I'd like to think. We shook hands, even took a photo.
Yeah, that looks hazardous. Hello, welcome in. How are you? Welcome, welcome. What are you up to? Isn't Gumi streaming right now? Shouldn't you be over there? It's okay. If you want to be here, that's okay too. Welcome in, Hazard. Do you prefer hazardous or hazard? Yeah, that looks lovely. Something funny? Didn't know the board told jokes.
They don't. That was legal. Expressing their displeasure with how much paperwork my good note ending left them stuck with. Children, it was just one night of overtime.
I just got home from getting my groceries and haircut after work. Well, good thing that you're here. Good thing that you're off work and relaxing. I hope that you can relax for the rest of the night. I prefer Hazard. Thank you for asking. Of course. Well, welcome in, Hazard. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. I appreciate it. So while they were spending their Friday night blowing the ink dry, you paid a visit to David's penthouse. Something left unfinished?
Professionally, it was a good meeting. There was no yelling, no finger pointing, much cleaner than expected. But Dr. Asher did not want to retire. He didn't want to be forced out of the company when he was the one when he had contributed so much.
Thank you for the head pat. Welcome in, James. James McCracken. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Head pats for both. He's eeping, so I'm not gonna. But thank you for the head pat, Dio. I appreciate it. I'll give him some head pats later.
I didn't enjoy doing that to him, so I came over that night to apologize to him. We talked, reminisced. When he brought out the drinks, I thought we'd be toasting to a new day. A few minutes later, he was dead. Because of that AI.
That AI. Good, and today is my birthday? Happy birthday! I hope you have the best birthday today. And I hope that you're celebrating. Did you celebrate last weekend? Or are you planning on celebrating over the next weekend? I hope you have a good one regardless. Happy birthday. Any idea how it came to be?
As I said, I had no idea he was working on it.
My question was more broad than that. If you really believe David built an AI, how do you think he did it? How does Noble Electronics think he managed to work around the tenants?
It's quite beyond my area of expertise. And no one at the company could call themselves an expert in illegal technology. But some in R&D department have theorized that he created what they call a wax-wane decaying priority loop, which as I understand, is an unstable resource-intensive theoretical method for pseudo-randomizing the weight amongst preset tenants. Well, about as far off target as it gets with that guess. But that kind of inelegant brute force nonsense seems a far cry from the kind of thing David would create, and I...
By the way, your nice voice acting. Thank you. I definitely do try. I love making silly voices, and I love, bringing characters to life. So, stream is like my chance to do cold reads and practice my voice acting for my ASMR channel. Thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it.
I seem to have taken us over our allotted time slot.
but I didn't even get to wave goodbye.
You're serious about this trial?
Don't I look it?
You're not just making a play, you're actually going to defend that thing.
I'm just defending myself, Miss Jung.
Oh, yes, of course you are. My mistake.
I hoped you might be rooting for me, to tell you the truth. I may yet save everyone's stock options.
The stock options will be alright either way. They always are.
That gamble I offered your board, which outcome would you bet on?
Finally, an easy question. What I would bet is that whatever the outcome, the company will eat it up and shit it out with very little difficulty. You painted an ugly picture back there, but I've already seen the future. And it's just another marketing gimmick. The great Dr. Asher, too smart, too bold, too far ahead of his time. What spark of his genius remains buried in the inspired Animate 19?
I guess that depends on...
You were exactly right. He is more valuable to Noble as a dead man. Dead men can't step out of line or put their foot in their mouth or hold politically inconvenient opinions. To a good salesperson, a dead man is just another selling point. Pardon my outburst. I'm just tired. It's been a very long week for me.
I'll let you prepare for your afternoon then, Dr. Jung.
No one calls me doctor. I ask them not to.
You didn't want the title?
At times, I have thought very little of it, the PhD I earned from a Noble-owned school.
Biochemistry. It couldn't have been a large department at Noble before they started work on warm androids in earnest. They probably didn't have many expectations for the program back when she was a part of it. By the breed of dog I see, he must be a golden retriever. He is! My baby boy is a golden. Yes, baby. Yes. Chad is just looking at you. You're very handsome. Are you my handsome baby? You are? I love you, Hermes. He loves his scratches. Okay, sorry about that. He just loves chin scratches, his favorite. They probably didn't have many expectations for the program back when she was a part of it.
But I was proud of it when I first got it.
Something change?
It never seemed to catch on. People didn't use it, so eventually I told people not to use it. A very high IQ social power play, you understand.
David never insisted that people use it either.
That's very different, and I think you know it. David Asher didn't have to.
Okay, I'm going into this trial, my trial, with a lot less ammunition than I'd like. Okay, pause on this because I do think that that was like a really like good sequence with everything. I do need to go to raid in like 30 minutes. So I'm just gonna like use the rest of this time to try to set up the Roku stick for working out later. And relax a little bit. So I'm gonna find someone to raid out to. I'm sorry, we yapped so much, we didn't get much of, you know, actual game time, so I'm very sorry. Of the Double, what is this game about? It's kind of like a Danganronpa, like Phoenix Wright-esque game where there's been a murder, we're trying to investigate, and we have a client that we're defending. So, and then there's like evidence gathering portions, talking to people, and then after that there will be a trial where we have to like refute with evidence and things like that. So sorry we didn't get to the game too much today. I was, I haven't streamed in a couple days. sorry I haven't streamed in a couple days, and I had a lot to yap about today, so please forgive me. But in the meantime, I know who I want to raid. We're gonna raid It's Ian, because right now Ian is playing Infinity Nikki, which is, if you guys don't know, it's made by the same guys as Love in Deep Space. So we're gonna go raid into let me go back to here, and then let me close this. It's saved, so we're gonna go ahead and play our music here. Thanks for the stream, of course. Need more Danganronpa likes? Yeah. All right, you guys, we're gonna head out to Ian's stream. I closed the window. Okay. There it is. Okay, so if you guys are a subscriber, feel free to copy either raid message. Both will work. If you are not a subscriber, feel free to copy that second raid message with the dog hand. Also super cute. We're gonna go see my friend It's Ian Watson. He is actor Pat's roommate, and I got a chance to meet him, I think like last year in May. Super sweet. He's always like a super fun time, and he has such a bright and like big personality. And we bonded over our love of Sanrio characters. So let's go over there. It's Ian Watson. And if you guys don't get carried along with the raid, I did pin his link at the top if you guys want to like preload his stream in case there's like ads or something. But as always, you guys, please be happy, please be healthy, but most of all, please be kind. Be kind to others, because you never know what a smile, hug, or hello can do for someone who's having a bad day. And be kind to yourselves. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Get up and stretch your legs every once in a while, because if you don't, you might get an embolism and then you'll die. And then we'll all be really sad. And, it's like only January. It's not the time to die yet. We just started 2026. At least wait until like December, when you see how the year's gone. And then by that time, we're gonna look forward to 2027. God, that's too early. I can't think about that right now. Anyways, I will see you all later. No streams tomorrow because it's Friday and I have D&D. But I will see you guys on Saturday for more of the devil. I promise we'll probably be doing more of the devil on Saturday and not so much yapping. Thank you for the follow, Michael. I really appreciate it. All right, you guys, let's go say hi to Ian. I love and appreciate all you guys. Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bedbugs bite. And I'll see you later. Say hi to Ian for me. Bye.